While Brexit does present unique challenges to the British people, please know that you have a steadfast ally in the United States, and we will stand by our ally as Brexit continues to take shape.
I think anybody who's seen, I don't know if anybody's seen the effects of a hurricane, but it's absolutely catastrophic, awe-inspiring. I've never seen anything like it. It's like the destruction that you see in images from the First World War. And I think anybody with an ounce of compassion would want to see spending by our government on getting those people back up on their feet, and indeed on getting those British, and I stress it, British overseas territories helped in the long term. And of course, we are looking now across Whitehall at ways in which we can make sure that our aid budget can be used in that way. And I know that Priti Patel, all my colleagues are looking at how we can do that. That is absolutely natural, and we're on that right now. Let's be clear. She led Burma after a period of decades of repression by a military junta. And I yield to no one in my admiration of what she stood for and the way she fought for democracy. And I think many people around the world share that admiration. But I think it's now vital for her to use that moral capital and that authority to make the point about the suffering of the people of Rakhine. And I think, nobody wants to see a return to military rule in Burma. Nobody wants to see a return of the generals. But it's also vital that the civilian government, and that is Dorsu, for whom, as I say, I have a great deal of admiration, but it is vital for her now to make clear that this is an abomination and that those people will be allowed back, to Burma, and that preparation is being made, and that the abuse of their human rights and that the killings, hundreds, perhaps even thousands, that the killings will stop.
But I think it's worth noting that as the administration continues this review of the JCPOA, I think President Trump has made it clear to those of us who are helping him develop this policy that we must take into account the totality of Iranian threats, not just Iran's nuclear capabilities. That is one piece of our posture towards Iran. And I think if one revisits the preface to the JCPOA, that preface reads that the participants, quote, anticipate that full implementation of this JCPOA will positively contribute to regional and international peace and security, end quote. That was one of the expectations of the JCPOA. In our view, Iran is clearly in default of these expectations of the JCPOA through their actions to prop up the Assad regime, to engage in malicious activities in the region, including cyber activity, aggressively developing ballistic missiles. And all of this is in defiance of UN Security Council Resolution 2231, thereby threatening, not ensuring, but threatening the security of those in the region as well as the United States itself. So we have to consider the totality of Iran's activities and not let our view be defined slowly by the nuclear agreement.